David, what you have done here will never be forgotten.
Anthony Vega for Marvel Latin News. Thank you for your time, Jan.
My pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
I have a lot of things to say about this series. I really love it. I remember a few months ago when I first watched the first season, and I also have the chance to talk with Michael. It was real amazing. I never think that this series will have the well received that people have and the engagement that people have with this series. So that was amazing. I love it. So as creator, my question for you is how's David, is one of the most well-known adaptations of a biblical figure. So, what was your guiding vision when writing David's story?
Yeah, good question. And thanks again just for watching the show and for supporting it. We wanted to take this epic story that in many ways is the origin of the hero's journey story, but we wanted to tell it in a way that was extremely human and present, right? I think sometimes people do Bible stories and it's hard not to approach it with this sense of like, these are important people and we know they're important. And so we lift them up as important. But we really wanted to ground this story and just live in the moment with the characters. A version of David who didn't know he was going to go become king. He's just a shepherd struggling against his father, limiting him, keeping him in the fields. The urgency and the presence of the moment of these characters, their aspirations, their dreams, their frustrations, and just live in the truth of that. And then the fact that it's set against this backdrop of this Bronze Age world, that's just scopy and visceral and challenging and threatening, made it that much more fun. But we really wanted to tell the most truthful human version of the story that we could.
Right. So, what aspects of David's journey do you feel most compelled to highlight, and why?
I think the idea of somebody dreaming of a better future for themselves, of pursuing like a destiny and a dream, like that made him so relatable, and so to me anyway, that's what I really loved about it. I loved telling the story of a young kid who wanted something more for himself, and then the challenges and the cost and the fortitude that it takes to step into that destiny, just gave us really great drama. But I liked the human approach to somebody who just was dreaming of something more.
Right. David's story includes triumph, fellowship, and redemption. So, how do you hope this series will speak to today's generation about those themes?
I think, hopefully we've achieved, our goal of telling a very relatable version of David. And if that's the case, I think he's a good reminder for people watching that if you do have dreams or a sense of purpose or destiny, to pursue that and to fight against all of the things in the world that will tell you no, and to seek your own truth with boldness. It's inspiring to see somebody do that, and it can really encourage us to do that in our own life.
Yeah. So the series deal with the leadership, fate, at some point temptation. How important was it for you to capture uh, the spiritual tension in David's life?
Really important. I mean, I think all of these things are true about David, right? Like to have a destiny and to step into that destiny is inspiring, but it also comes at a cost, right? There are a lot of challenges, a lot of temptations. There's a lot of, for David, there's secrets that he has to keep. He's navigating his faith in God, his belief in this destiny with his own family, who many of whom don't agree he should do this. So it's complicated. It's not clean. It's not easy. So it was important for us to find the truth of all that as well.
Great. This is gonna be my last question. I don't want to take more of your time. So, what message do you hope audience of faith and those who may not be familiar with the Bible take away from the series?
Um, I do think that the great message of this is to live in your truth and don't let anybody take you off that path. David had a purity of heart in the way he lived in his truth. and he stood up to kings, you know, to live in that truth. And so it's not easy to do, but when you see somebody do it, it's inspiring.
Awesome. John, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it too.
Thank you.
God chose me.